All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday morning Inner Circle Crypto Talk. Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead, type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for educational, entertainment, and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So it's Thursday morning, the last day of Inner Circle Crypto Talk for the week. We'll be doing the public one on Saturday. So we've got some good topics that we're going to cover this morning. We also had our 5-day challenge last night where we went over who is Satoshi Nakamoto. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to buy Bitcoin and some specifics about wallets. So I'm looking forward to that one tonight. We also will be showing off some of the features that ILCA offers that Miss Casa will be doing that tonight. And that is it for today that I have that's scheduled. I know there's a whole lot happening on the Get Fit side. We'll be able to dock your miners. Also, I think the mining will actually start to begin, submitting your proof of physical activities. All right, so let me share screen and jump on into this. Again, I'm watching the news very closely for any major news that's taken place in the last 24 hours. We had the Prime Minister of Israel gave a joint address to Congress yesterday. We also, I forgot about this. You guys remember a month ago, Boeing in a space race with Tesla sent up some astronauts to the space station. They're supposed to be up there for like a week and come back. They've been stuck up there for 2 months. There's something wrong with the shuttle. So they're afraid to send it back because of what happened with Columbia. Anybody remember Space Shuttle Columbia that broke up on entry because at the launch pad, one of the panels got damaged and the heat coming back into the atmosphere burned up the wing and the whole shuttle exploded. They don't want a repeat of that, especially on a commercial craft that they're trying to bring. So I just literally right before I came online, the news popped up that they're still up there. I was like, they're still there. God dang. But they're up there. They've been up there for 2 months trying to figure out how they're going to bring them back and the PR. So that's some news. Let me pull. There we go. Okay, so let's see what's happening in the crypto. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yesterday it was up 1 point something percent. Now the market is down 4.3%. Market cap's at 2.4 trillion. Whoa, Bitcoin though jumped. Remember it was at 51.8. Now it's at 52.4. What that tells me is that this money that left, the altcoins took a big hit. Ethereum, wait a minute, this dropped. This was up close to 17%. So Ethereum took a hit. It's down 15.6. I think it was at 17. Let's see. Yeah. All right, all right. This is a learning lesson here. Why I say learn how to read the charts, you'll be able to make accurate predictions. So just by me reading this one line, I'm able to predict what the rest of the chart looks like. You guys see how I'm doing it live, so you can see it, how I think how this worked. I saw this went up, this went down, and then look what happened here. Ethereum lost 7.6% in the last 24 hours, down 8.7% in the last week. Why? Well, what major thing has happened in Ethereum? The spot Ethereum ETF is live. Now, if this is live, you would think it would go up, right? No, it went down. You know what this reminds me of? That reminds me of what happened in 2017 when the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the CBOE went live. Everybody expected Bitcoin to skyrocket, and it did the exact opposite. And it came down. Hmm. So is this manipulation? Now, looking at the last hour, though, the last hour, Bitcoin has jumped 1.6%, and Ethereum is up 1%. The big boys want to buy in? Yes. Or are they saying we don't want to buy it at this price? We want to buy it at a cheaper price. So are they selling to scare everybody else to sell and then to buy the dip? BNB is down 3.4, Solana 5.4. Solana was having a good week, but dropped. But look at the last hour, though. This last hour chart is important. We're seeing it as bounce back. Ripple dropped slightly, but bounced back 2.1%. Lido staked Ether. Dogecoin dropped 6%. Toncoin 5.7. Cardano 5.5. Was this a flash crash? That's what it looks like to me. Like there was like a flash crash that happened in the last 24 hours, and then the last hour, everything is rebounding and bouncing back. This is interesting. Even this one, Bonk is down 7.7%. Sui 9.8%. The Graph 6.8. Rocket Pool, Ethereum down 8. Brenzo, all the Ethereum tokens dropped. Ethereum, Floki's down 8.4. Okay. Any outlier? Who did the opposite of the red in any significance? Tron, 0.6. First Digital USD is a stable coin. Aave 1.5. So Aave looks like it's the best one. Flow dropped 11%. Okay, so best performers over the last 24 hours. Aave, Tron. That's it. That's it. Worst performers. Wait. I see this. Largest gainers. MAGA again. Why I got Donald Trump with a crown on his head? I swear they want him to be a king. Let's see. Worst performers in the last 24 hours. Phantom is down 11.5%. Flow 11, Celestia, Core, Sui, Arbitron. Okay, but when you see something like this, look at the 1 hour chart though. It's kind of reversed. This might be a good buying opportunity because it kind of hit the bottom. So people are buying back in. Yeah, all these are in the red. The last hour, they're in the green. So the next 24 hours, we got to see where the market ends up. All right, some of the news that I found this morning from Marnita's site. We've got Bitcoin holds up as tech stocks plunge. So that's what happened yesterday. Tech stocks plunged. Ether sinks a day after Ethereum launched. So when this was brought up, Bitcoin was at 66,000. Right now it's at 64,000, okay? The Nasdaq and S&P 500 on Wednesday each suffered their worst decline since late 2022. But the price of Bitcoin mostly held up, remaining around the $66,000 level where it was a day earlier. The broad market crypto benchmark CoinDex 20 index was also flat over the past 24 hours, with Solana and Ripple's outperforming the broader market, advancing 3 to 4% over the same period. Avalanche, Uniswap, Ethereum Classic were lower by 3 to 4%. Ether's price action disappointed investors despite a fairly successful spot ETF debut on Tuesday. With ETH dipping as low as 3,300 and almost 4% decline over the past 24 hours, it also hit its weakest price in 2 months versus Bitcoin. The real money interest was strong enough to deem the launch a marginal success, aligning with general expectations, but not yet strong enough to demand a repricing. The moves came amid a drop in the U.S. stock market. So remember what I always say about this. When the stock market and everything drops, the crypto market drops with it, but the crypto market recovers faster than what the stock market does. So that looks like that's what happened. when the stock market dropped like that, everything dropped. And then we're seeing a bounce back in the last hour. Real quick bounce back. The came amid a drop, Nasdaq plunging, S&P slumping, disappointing earning results from Alphabet, which is the Google's parent company, and Tesla. Now, Tesla, this is an interesting case. How many of you guys remember a year or 2 years ago, I was talking about uh, um, Mark Cuban and Elon Musk, their influence on Dogecoin and the crypto market, and how Elon Musk kept flip-flopping. Yeah, we're gonna accept Bitcoin for payment for the Tesla, and then say, no, we're not gonna accept Bitcoin for payment for Teslas. He kept flip-flopping, and then he's talking about Dogecoin and start talking about he's going to space. He wants to go to the Mars. And I said that he's a dangerous person in crypto. I don't trust him. He I don't want to use, I mean, he's the richest man on the planet, so I got to give him that respect. But when you look at his how he maneuvers, he flip-flops. I mean, he just did it this week. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember, I don't know if he said it in a speech or he did a tweet. He said, I'm creating a super PAC and I'm donating $45 million a month to the Trump campaign until election because there's only 3 months left. Trump even went out and said Elon Musk is now donating $45 million a month to us in his super PAC. So I remember Elon Musk saying it. I remember Trump qualifying it. And I remember all the newspapers repeating it. And then not only after, well, according to Musk, he's upset that JD Vance was chosen and that Joe Biden's dropping out. But it doesn't make logical sense that this is what he's saying now. Not only is he backing out from that, but he's saying, I never said that I was going to give $45 million a month to the Trump campaign. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean? So he's saying, I'm not backing out of anything. I never said I was giving 45 million to Trump. He says, I said I was creating a super PAC for 45 million. I didn't say who it was going to. Well, if you've been running your mouth all this time that you're supporting Trump, and then you say you're creating a $45 million super PAC, why in the world would anybody think that is not going to Trump? Make it make sense. But it gets worse than this. So either he's backing out, he says he never said he was going to give it to Trump, but then he publicly says, I'm supporting Kamala Harris. Where'd that come from? So again, it's not whether you want to agree with his choices. I am looking at his movements. He's flip-flopping at any given time. So that type of person to me is dangerous because you can't make accurate plans around them. You might have like with just what happened with Trump. Trump added it to his stump speech that Elon Musk is supporting me and dropping 45 million a month. And then for Elon Musk to turn around and say, no, I'm not. I never said I was going to do it. And I'm going to back Kamala. How's Trump going to answer that one now? So a guy like Elon Musk, I don't trust. I never trusted him anyway. And I think that he's very, very dangerous. And he is a little touched. I mean, there's a fine line between that genius and crazy. He always has been a little touched on that. I say that with respect. And then on top of that, Trump's getting in a little trouble because of his own family. I'm not talking about his niece, but his nephew, Fred Trump, has a disabled son. and Trump used it as a campaign tool years ago to support an agency to raise funds for disabled, like his nephew's son. But then he also said, wouldn't it be better for them to just die and we don't have to spend the money and the resources on it and just, come move down to Florida. This is not fake news. This is coming from his own nephew's mouth. So now Trump's gotta fight that battle. And Elon Musk didn't like that. He said something about that. I don't trust Elon Musk. I don't trust him. The NASDAQ and the S&P 500. So what's next on this one? Coinbase files motion to compel an ongoing fight to get Gensler's emails. Now we were watching this one. We were watching to see how this is going to play out. So Coinbase is filing a motion to compel an ongoing. Now, yesterday it was about, okay, we're not going to be able to get his text messages before he was in the SEC. But now let's see, what about getting his private communications while he's in the SEC? So the first it was text messages. Now it looks like they're asking, we want the emails as well. They filed a motion to compel, including, among others, a narrowed request for Gary Gensler's private communications during his time as chair. Will the judge do it? They have to. The SEC is a public organization, just like what happened. Well, no. Yeah, they have to because of the lawsuit. I'm looking at Dominion and Fox News. Fox isn't a public or private, yet the judge still forced them to hand over those communications. Yeah, they have to. They have to hand it over. If Coinbase, it comes after Coinbase sent a letter to Judge Catherine Polk noting it intends to narrow the scope of its document request from the regulator after receiving pushback. Coinbase initially sought a copy of private communications from Gensler before and during his time as SEC chair in April, but has since received pushback from both the SEC and Judge Fela. The new July 23rd motion now asks for Gensler's private communications during his time at the SEC as chair from 2021, among other documents. Following a preliminary conference with the court, Coinbase withdrew its request concerning pre-chair communications. It now moves to compel only documents and communications responsive to subpoena requests number 23 and several SEC requests. Subpoena request 23 refers to documents concerning Gensler's speeches on the regulatory status of digital assets and exchanges. It has argued that the documents could play an important part in its defense against allegations that it allowed the illegal trading of unregistered securities on its platform. That is true. And they should win this one. Documents related to these communications bear directly on the claims the SEC now asserts and on Coinbase's fair notice defense. We're entitled to know all the cards the other side has. That's true. We're not trying to play Texas Hold'em with all the cards face down. That's called, like I said, it's called discovery. They have to hand it over. At no point did the SEC conclude that Coinbase was an unregistered exchange. Whoa. Is this true? This is a lie. All right. I remember covering in Crypto Talk the SEC saying Coinbase is acting as an unregistered exchange broker or clearing agency. Now the SEC, Gensler is saying, wait a minute. At no point did the SEC conclude. Okay. Oh, this is lawyer speak. You see here, he used the word conclude. That doesn't mean that they didn't charge them with it or accuse them. So technically, he's correct. See, the SEC claimed that Coinbase was an unregistered exchange broker or clearing agency. The case is still ongoing. So now he's saying, well, we never concluded that it was. Ah, that's lawyer talk. Nor did it identify any tokens listed on Coinbase's platform. Yes, you did. Several of which are named tokens in this matter that it believed were securities. That's a flat out lie, but he can get away with it because instead of using the word charge, he used the word conclude. That's like saying this, ladies and gentlemen. A woman accuses her husband of having a side piece. But there's a difference between accuse and a woman has concluded that her husband has a side piece. Do you understand the difference? That's what Gary Gensler did right here. The SEC sued Coinbase in June 2023, accusing the company of violating federal securities laws by listing 13 tokens it claims are securities, and that look at the wording here. The SEC sued Coinbase, accusing the company. There's a difference between accusing and concluding. If you understand what I'm saying, type one in the chat box. I want to make sure I didn't go over anybody's head because I was in my own head for a moment reading all this stuff. If this is making sense. All right. This is foul. SEC needs to be slapped. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki and Peter Schiff. Conflicting predictions on gold, Bitcoin, and US dollar. You know who does? My youngest son is coming up to be quite the little debater. And he does the same thing. He tries to use play on words with me as if I don't know what he's doing. And he's getting very, very good at it. But Robert Kiyosaki and Peter Schiff, conflicting predictions on gold, Bitcoin, the US dollar. So yesterday we read what Robert Kiyosaki thinks Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000 a coin if Donald Trump is elected. And he also talked about silver and gold, how it can rise. Now, Peter Schiff's supposed to be the gold bug, right? So is he saying something different? Peter Schiff, they provided conflicting forecasts about the future of gold, silver, and Bitcoin and the U.S. economy if Donald Trump is reelected. Kiyosaki claims asset prices will rise as Trump supports a weaker dollar, which he believes will boost American exports and create jobs. Now, remember, I did not agree with everything Robert Kiyosaki was saying yesterday. Maybe 50%. Does that mean I'm about to agree with Peter Schiff? That will be a first. Let's see. In contrast, Schiff argues that a weaker dollar will impoverish the country and lead to higher oil prices. Yeah, I agree with that. I said this. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I said yesterday. Additionally, Schiff's predictions for gold, silver, and Bitcoin prices also diverge from Kiyosaki. Economist and gold advocate Peter Schiff responded to statements by Robert Kiyosaki on X that Bitcoin if former U.S. President Donald Trump gets reelected. Kiyosaki predicted that gold, silver, and Bitcoin prices will rise if Trump becomes president again. He explained that Trump supports a weaker dollar to boost American exports, create jobs, and increase asset prices. He added that Trump plans to expand oil drilling to reduce oil prices. And I said, that's not going to reduce oil prices. A weaker dollar may make some Americans richer, but overall it will make America poorer. This is what Schiff says. It will also result in higher oil prices, even if we do. Dang, somebody slapped me. Me and Peter Schiff are on the same page on this. That's never happened. But I am not partisan and I only agree with my side. I look at the facts and wherever the facts take me, it's what it is. Doesn't matter if Peter Schiff says it or not. This is true. I agree with this. A weaker dollar would make some Americans richer. And that's the whole point for Donald Trump, giving out tax reductions for the rich. But overall, it will make America poorer. It will result in higher oil prices, even if we do drill more. That's exactly what I said. Specifically, Kiyosaki forecasts that by August 2025, gold will increase from 2,400 to 3,300. Now, I don't have, I am not a gold expert. I am not a silver expert, so I can't say whether or not this part is true. I can talk about Bitcoin. I think that might be true, but I can't say, yeah, I believe Kiyosaki on the silver and the gold. Peter Schiff says, I think gold and silver could rise even more than your forecast. Oh, now that's interesting. But Bitcoin could just as easily fall instead. Oh, well, shut up, Peter. He had to throw that little dig in there about. See, I was with you up until that point. Now I don't know about the gold and silver, what that price is going to be, but you didn't have to throw in, oh, Bitcoin could fall also. Schiff has consistently criticized Bitcoin. Earlier this month, he predicted that the Bitcoin bear market is far from over. He also predicted that Ethereum will drop to $1,500. I don't ever see me agreeing with Tucker Carlson. In April, he declared that the Bitcoin fad is over. On Wednesday, he maintained this critique of Bitcoin, stating on X, the existence of Bitcoin ETFs is more proof that Bitcoin itself offers little to no real value. False. Okay, now, Peter Schiff, you're talking crazy now. The fact that there is a Bitcoin ETF means that there is real value to it, or else they wouldn't do it. You think BlackRock, you think Larry Fink will spend all their time and resources on an asset that they don't think has any real value to it? That's just a dumbass statement right there. But you have to understand his agenda. Here's what he says. If you're going to trust third parties, you might as well trust them to hold your gold. So, well, we disagree on that one, Peter Schiff. Kiyosaki, on the other hand, believes in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. He recently encouraged investors to buy BTC before its prices surges. He also revealed that he is buying Bitcoin every month. So I agree with a little bit of what Robert Kiyosaki said, and I agree with a little bit of what Peter Schiff said, but not all of it. I think they're both wrong in different aspects. And this is why you want to have the ability to have independent, critical thinking. If you are in a situation where you believe, no, anything that comes out of the mouth of your guy, you're being led astray. Even you got to have critical thinking, even with me. I'm not always right. I may say something that's wrong, or that may benefit me because I'm in a certain position, but it may not benefit you in your current position. You've got to be able to know the difference. All right. Proton launches a self-custodial Bitcoin wallet. Where did I see the price of silver yesterday? It was in the article. It was that article about Robert Kiyosaki, where he was predicting what the price of silver would go to. Not necessarily, he didn't say what the price of silver is right now. Wait, did he do that? No, he said from 29 up to 7,500. Yeah, 2,900 to 7,500, then gold. He did say that. That was in the article yesterday. If you go to Marnita's Making Moves with YE, she's got that article posted in there. So 1 million Proton Mail users. I have an I know that this is going to be inevitable, but I'm not going to be one of the first to be using this with any case. Proton Mail or Proton has been the most secured email service in the world, but I still look at it like I look at Telegram or Twitter X. Any of those trying to do anything in the crypto side, I am not touching it. They want to put now 100 million Proton Mail users can receive Bitcoin via email. I don't trust it yet. Not saying that it doesn't work, but I don't know. That just, to me, that's just way open to hacking. that can take place, even though Proton is supposed to be, the most secure. I'm nervous about that. Proton, known for its privacy-focused services, including the popular Proton Mail, with over 100 million users, has launched Proton Wallet, a new self-custodial Bitcoin wallet. If you are one of the millions of people who have a Proton Mail email address, you can now automatically receive Bitcoins with your email address, said Proton CEO. And eventually, this will be the future. It's going to be even better than that. See, as time passes, it's going to be easier and easier and easier for crypto transactions to take place. If you're confused about it today, imagine 10 years ago trying to move Bitcoin around. It was far more difficult back then than it is now. So as time goes by, they're going to make it easier. So it's just going to be as easy as sending an email address. I just don't want to be in the first case study of that because I believe the hackers are going to be all over that. So Proton, the company behind Proton Mail, launched Proton Wallet, a self-custodial Bitcoin wallet. So they're saying that it is, this is perfect. We'll be talking about this tonight. A self-custodial Bitcoin wallet with robust security and user-friendly features, announced by founder and CEO Andy Yin. The wallet aims to uphold Proton Mail's reputation for privacy and security, which serves over 100 million users in more than 150 countries. Our long-term vision is for Proton Wallet to be a digital wallet that gives you full control of your digital assets. While the type of assets that you can hold in Proton Wallet may evolve over time as we add more capabilities in response to community demand, Proton Wallet is starting as a self-custodial Bitcoin wallet. Proton Wallet is not just another self-custody Bitcoin wallet. It has a number of features that we believe make it the easiest way to introduce Bitcoin safely to newcomers. Now, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try them out, but it definitely will not be any main wallet that I have. I could use them as a custodial or a utility wallet, like I use MetaMask. I can see some benefits for that, but I will not be doing any large transfers. I'm gonna see, but I want to experiment because this is where the future is going with this. Key features of the Proton Wallet include end-to-end encryption and exclusive control over users' Bitcoin. Proton Wallet is a non-custodial wallet, so they're trying to be like Exodus, and we utilize end-to-end encryption to ensure that we never have access to your Bitcoin. That part. Even when you are executing transactions via Proton Wallet. Unlike Bitcoin exchanges, Proton never pools your Bitcoin with the coins of other users in a centralized place where they could be accessible to a hacker. Unlike traditional exchanges, Proton Wallet ensures users retain full ownership through a recovery seed phrase that is independent of Proton. Okay, I like that. Each wallet has a recovery seed phrase that's only known to you. Proton never sees it. Okay. Even if Proton were to entirely disappear someday, you would still have access to the Bitcoin in your Proton wallet with your recovery phrase. Okay. I'm liking this a little bit even more. Proton Wallet streamlines Bitcoin transactions by allowing users to send Bitcoin using only an email address. By leveraging Proton's existing encryption key, management infrastructure that powers the end-to-end encrypted services that we use to support over 100 million accounts today, sending and receiving Bitcoin is now as easy as sending and receiving email. As long as both the sender and recipient have a Proton wallet, you only need the recipient's email address to send them Bitcoin. That also means that if you are one of the millions of people who have a Proton email address, you can now automatically receive Bitcoins with your email address. Huh. But then what about anonymity? Hmm. Managed by Proton Financial AG, a Swiss. I'm going to experiment with this and see how it works because I know this is going to be the future. I don't trust it, but I'm going to experiment with it. See what they're doing with it. All right. Crypto Super PAC spends 1.7 million on media buys as Arizona primary looms. Ah, here we go. Crypto money coming into politics. Protect Progress used roughly $415,000 to fund a media buy for former Aspiration CEO Andre Cherney, a Democrat running for Whoa. Arizona is one of these swing states that's going to be very important in the next presidential election. Remember the controversy with Arizona in the last election? Fox News called it for Joe Biden, and they were the first to do so before CNN and MSNBC, and the Trump campaign went ballistic and ape shit over that. People lost their jobs over that. But the Republicans are the party right now that is pro crypto. So you would think that they'd want Arizona to go red in this next election. But instead, they're giving money to a Democrat. Protect Progress, a political action committee affiliated with Fair Shake and backed by crypto companies, has thrown at least 1.7 million behind two Democratic candidates running for Congress in Arizona. I didn't expect this. If they were going to put money, I thought they might put it behind Kerry Lake or somebody in Arizona. Cointelegraph reported on July 18th that Protect Progress disseminated more than 1.3 million to support Yasamin Ansari, a Democrat competing for a seat representing Arizona's 3rd congressional district. In addition, a July 20th filing with the Federal Election Commission showed the super PAC sent 415,000 to Andre Cherney, who's running in the state. So this is local elections, not federal, not the federal. State legislators or in the state's 1st congressional district. No. That is the national. Unlike Arizona's 3rd, which is one of the most Democratic districts in the state, the 1st is currently represented by Republican David Swikart. Okay, has Swikart made any mentions about crypto being pro or against? Many political pundits also see Arizona as a swing state, like I said. Both media buys came ahead of the July 30th primary for Democrats. Oh, well, okay, they were just see, this is the thing with wealthy people. They don't just give money to one side, one party. They give money to both. Let's see here. They want to bring greater sustainability to crypto. Okay. 6 Democratic candidates, including Amish Shah, a former state representative, are running in the July 30th Arizona primary. Shah voted against an Arizona House bill to clarify income tax issues around crypto and NFTs, voted against it. A June poll from Noble Predictive Insights showed Shah neck and neck with Cherney. So Shah, the Republican, including 6 Democrats. Okay, no, that's a Democrat, voted against the crypto. So they're backing Cherney instead. According to Protect Progress's website, the committee supports Democratic candidates committed to securing the United States as the home to innovators building the next generation of the internet. This should be a lesson to the Kamala Harris campaign. Now is the time. Break away from Joe Biden and say exactly what they're saying here. You don't have to say, I am in support of crypto. I said yesterday exactly what they have to say or what they should say. Instead, say, we support our businesses in America to continue to take advantage of innovating technology so that we can continue to be the world leaders in the future of progress. You don't have to say crypto. If you're smart, I do it that way. And then you start getting that crypto money. Because right now, the Republicans are getting all that crypto money. I would have her go speak at the same event Donald Trump's going to speak at. I don't want to see what Donald Trump talks about it too. What he says at that event. All right, they want to build the next generation of the internet. Yeah. Progress spent Protect Progress 3.7 million to support Democrat Shamari in Alabama. So they are targeting the Democrats. That's interesting. On the national stage, U.S. President Joe Biden made headlines on July 21st for announcing over social media that he would not run for a second term. Democratic leaders have rallied behind Vice President Kamala Harris, now the presumptive party nominee. And for anybody that's confused, her name is Kamala, not Kamala. Kamala Harris. All right, next one up here. Web3 infrastructure platform Caldera raises 15 million in early stage funding. Now, this might be a project to look to invest in. They raised $15 million already. They're still in early stage. So this would be a project to investigate. Caldera is raising. What are they doing? Caldera has successfully raised 15 million in an early stage funding round, signaling strong investor interest in its mission. The funding was led by Founders Fund, a prominent venture capital firm known for backing innovative technology startups. Additionally, Dragonfly and Sequoia Capital participated in the round, further validating Caldera's vision. Caldera's primary focus is on Ethereum rollups, a layer 2 scaling solution that aims to enhance the scalability and efficiency of the Ethereum blockchain. The company plans to allocate the funds towards research and development. Well, I still believe what Vara was trying to create and may still do with the Bitcoin blockchain. So if I'm going to invest any money, I'd rather it be on the Bitcoin side of things than the Ethereum side of things. All right. Last one. Telegram CEO predicts blockchain mass adoption this year. Announces a mini app store and a Web3 browser. Okay. So here we go again. Same way with the Proton Mail. Telegram is trying to say, wait, we have all of these members. We already got a database. All we have to do is add an extra product or service to them, and we got an instant hit. Proton Mail has 100 million users. Telegram, well, how many people is using Telegram? Oh, there it is. Whoa, they're much bigger than Proton. 950 million active users on Telegram, and it's soon to reach 1 billion. 2024 is the year of blockchain mass adoption. I don't agree with that. I agree that 2026, this is my own prediction, 2026 will be the year of mass adoption. 2025 will be the year of Bitcoin explosion, but it's going to take another year for mass adoption to happen because everybody's going to want to run into Bitcoin because it reached more than $100,000, $200,000 a coin. Telegram CEO predicts 2024 is the year. Why does he do this? 2024 will go down in history as a year when hundreds of millions of people became familiar with blockchain. Yeah, but I'm looking at billions of people becoming aware of blockchain. We're proud that Telegram is at the epicenter of this societal transformation. Really? So we got Larry Fink saying he wants to lead the way. Now we got Telegram saying, oh, we're at the center of this. He shared on his Telegram channel last week, to keep the fire going this month, we will introduce a mini app store and an in-app browser with support for Web3 pages. I want to invest in that. We know the future is going to be in Web3. We will also step up our efforts to fight the scammers. Yeah, that's your biggest problem on Telegram. Fight the scammers seeking to defraud new entrants into the crypto realm. I mean, every day, the scammers are out and about. And how are you going to police that? I'm just looking at mine. What happened there? This newest one, where is this I got? Mary Ann Titer. Mary Ann Titer. Oh, just join Telegram. Where's one I got here? I don't know who this is. And I know if I respond, what's going to happen. Here's another one. Look at all these. Brian Lillian, Shirley Manis, Perry Brown. David Whitten, Willow Mosley. These are all scammers. So how are you gonna combat that? You need to combat that first. But I like the idea where they're going with this. He's right. This is the future. Telegram aims to develop decentralized tools, including non-custodial wallets. Look at that. So we've got Proton Mail trying to create a non-custodial wallet. Now we have Telegram that wants to create a non-custodial wallet and decentralized exchange to securely facilitate crypto transactions. So my only problem with this is you have a main centralized entity trying to create a decentralized tool that they still control. Is it really decentralized? That's what happens with the STEPN app. STEPN claims to be decentralized, but it really isn't. He emphasized that with advancements like the open network TON, you guys might want to put that down as a token to add to your portfolio. Simply the fact that he's mentioning it, and he's got 950 million users already. If they implement TON on their network, TON is going to explode. So you might want to get your hands on some TON. The blockchain industry can fulfill its mission of empowering individuals and eliminating the need for centralized intermediaries. So you want to know what's the token of the day besides MQT? TON. On Monday, Durov announced on his channel that Telegram has achieved a remarkable milestone, reaching 950 million monthly active users, a significant increase from the 900 million that they had in the spring. The number of users is now on track to surpass his monumental 1 billion mark. Yeah, he'll do that before the year is out. 1 billion users. Now he's going to be in the realm of Facebook. Facebook has been quiet on the crypto space lately. I mean, they were all the rave. Remember, they were trying to launch that Libra token? They've been quiet. All right, before I leave, I want to look again at the MQT. I was impressed again with something, and I want to address something as well. The MQT token, when the commissions dropped yesterday, you started to see a lot of selling because people were selling their MQT to evolve their miners. And then the system did what it did, and look at this. Boom. Bounced back up at $4. We're at a flat line here. So I like this. This is proof that the project works. And this is only part of it. Just wait until the mining actually happens and people are doing the submissions and claims, because that also is going to be contributing to this ecosystem. So this part works. Here's where there is I don't want to call it a problem or expectations. I asked last week because I have not been the forefront on this Avalanche project. I have not been on all the webinars, and I did not have a full understanding on how this was going to roll out, which is why I took a step back and just allowed what it's going to do. Plus, I believe that it was going to fail by 75%. But I still got myself positioned, because what if it does work? I'm in a good position. So I still got positioned, but I didn't have a full understanding. And I asked last week a specific question, and it had to do with the commissions. I asked that specific question on what should people expect, because what Lynette had been saying, from what I remember, the goal was that if you put your name down on the list and you answered all the questions of how many Lennies you were going to buy and you're going to evolve, and based on your answers, you would be placed in the genius. So I didn't know how that all worked. I never saw the whole genealogy, how it's going to work. Some people said they're going to evolve 2. Some said 4. Some said 7. Some said they're going to use their own funds to evolve. Some said they're going to use commissions to evolve. What I do remember is that the entire goal is that you'll be in position to earn enough in commissions that will at least pay you back the money you spent on the Lennies. So I asked, what's the time frame? What's the average that everybody will be able to do that? Because since this is in a rotating factor, of course, those that were at the top are going to get some, but then you're going to have those at the bottom. But the next cycle, those that are at the bottom will be at the top on the next time. So it's going to rotate. So I asked, how long will that take? And the answer was probably by the end of August. I said, okay. Again, I was not on every call. What I'm hearing from others is that she basically said in the first day or two, you would have your commissions that will cover all of the Lenny purchases. I was not under that impression, but you guys say she said that, and I'm not saying you're wrong. So this round, this first round, there was not 300 members in the system. There was 233 or 34, and it did not go all 11 levels deep. It only went 8 levels deep. So that's not enough. That's not enough Lenny sales to cover all the commissions for everybody until it starts rotating around, which is why I asked the question. And the answer I got was the end of August. The other unknown is that it's not just the 300, but it is also the other group that she had or said that was coming, that was going to boost the numbers from 300 to 3,000. So I asked her a different question. What is her time frame of getting to that number? And she actually told me that time frame. I can't show our private chat, but I can tell you what she said to me is, my goal is to reach 4,750 people before the end of August. So again, she's telling me that date right at the end of August. If there's 4,750 people on this avalanche, every single person in the build will make more money in commissions than they've spent on the Lennies and evolving. There's just not 4,000 people in the system. Now, where are those 4,000 people going to come from? That's my next question. So I had, my expectations were managed. I was not concerned with the commissions. I was more concerned with this working. People aren't going to sign up because they want to earn commissions from recruiting others. This is going to go viral because people are actually using the app and making 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, $50 a day on their own physical activity without having to recruit. That's where my focus was on. But she's got to answer to those of you who believed that you were going to get a certain number of commissions to pay for the Lennies that you spent. That is valid. So I don't have, so if before any of you guys ask me questions about that, I don't have that answer. You'd be better off asking Herschel about those particular details, because I did ask the question publicly in front of everybody, and she said by the end of August. So I am impressed with this rollout, and that this happening with only 200 and what was it, 263 people was able to accomplish this. We have a liquidity that's almost at 500,000. We have an 82 DEX score. We have a self-sustaining ecosystem that's keeping the price up. Now, here can be a test. If Lynette was running her mouth and had everybody expecting that they were going to make all the money back in the first 2 days, and those people don't, and they get discouraged, and then they decide, well, I'm just going to go sell my pre-sale tokens then this price is going to come down. Now I want to see if that happens, what will the self-sustaining ecosystem do? And I remember I said the other day, I could see this dropping to $2 to $2.50 and flatlining there as a baseline, because just based on how much liquidity is already in here. Even if everybody were to sell, it's not going to eat up all the liquidity. So it can survive that sell-off pressure. But it would have been self-inflicted if Lynette was guaranteeing that you're going to make, I was never under the impression I was going to get all of it back in the first round. I was confused. That's why I asked the question, but we'll see. So if you guys hear anything about that as well, because I'm not reading every chat that goes on in the Avalanche group. Every time I look at it, there's like 150 that I missed. Let me know what's happening. All right, that is it for Crypto Talk for today. We will be back for Crypto Talk on Saturday morning. And we've got the 5-day challenge tonight. That's the one you don't want to miss. You're going to be able to see all the sneak peeks of the tools we have with Marnita tonight. And I'll see you guys then. Brandon Ivey out. Bye-bye.